In Britain, we're now eating less saturated fats and sugar than we were 10 years ago. We're more aware of the link between ingredients and health than ever before, but our body mass index, waist circumference and obesity levels are all at dangerously high levels. Now, over a fifth of the population is deemed to be at high risk of health problems associated with poor diet and lack of fitness. Throughout this series, we will be exploring key components of health and fitness by speaking to leading experts with regard to diet, exercise, and how pampering treats can help those on a diet remain motivated. Rosemary Conley celebrated her 40th anniversary at the end of last year, having launched her diet and fitness business in 1971. Rosemary shares with us her wealth of knowledge and expertise.
Everybody's looking for the miracle diet, the diet that's not going to involve eating less and doing more. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist. Diets come and go. You do have fad diets. There are ones that, lose 7 pounds in 3 days, type of diets which you're eating some horrible food, whether it be cabbage soup or whatever. And, in honesty, they're not long-term solutions, so you have to be sensible about that. You get other diets that are quite restrictive of certain food groups. Now, my diet's a low fat, but it's not a no fat diet, whereas some of them are very high protein or they're very high carbohydrate or whatever. My view is personally that we live normal lives. We get up in the morning, we go to work, we have kids, we do things in the evening socially, watching telly, whatever we might be doing. And you can't go on a diet that's so specific that you can't actually go out to a restaurant and eat with normal food, normal people. It needs to be able to fit in with your lifestyle, that you're not being a pain. Why find a diet that you're not going to be able to stick to for the rest of your life? Because you will reach a point where you think, I can't cope with this anymore. I just can't do it. And then you just go and want to eat the cat, or the dog or whatever, because you're just so hungry and you just have craving for chocolate or something. You're much, much better off to try and find a diet that gives you a little bit of those things within a controlled sort of boundary.
And you've got to be really positive about what you want to do. I mean, we all slip now and again, when we think, oh, it's not worth it. But it is worth it in the end. I wouldn't want to go back to how I was. I just feel good about myself, and it's been with all the help of the Rosemary Conley Diet and Fitness Club.
The other thing you need to sort of think about is the way you cook your food. So if you're having, say, sweet potatoes, which are a low GI potato, and they're absolutely delicious, and if you dry roast them, all you need to do is you peel them. They look a bit odd when they've got the skins on, but you peel them. They're orange underneath. You cut them just like you would do a normal potato. You put them into a saucepan of water, and I always put a vegetable stock cube in with it, but it adds a little bit of flavour, because I'm not going to add any fat anywhere else. And it just adds that flavour. And after they've been in the water for about 5 minutes, take them out, put them onto a baking tray, into the oven, away from the joint, because the joint's going to be fatty and spitting and what have you. Top of the oven, leave them there for about 45 minutes. They go brown, and they're absolutely divine. And it's learning those sorts of foods that come into you, and you go, oh, this is lovely. This isn't punitive. This isn't a prison sentence. This is gorgeous. And when you realise by not adding the fat to things, which you would just add that to roast potatoes, all that is doing is just adding a load of calories that's going to put fat on your body. You're going to be wearing it on your thighs, on your back, on your tummy, wherever it might be.
We're always looking for new and innovative ways of making delicious and healthy meals. Overcooking can reduce the nutritional content of food, and the use of oil, butter and cream adds unnecessary calories. We met with Greenpan, who offer a solution.
Greenpan is a company that was actually formed 4 years ago now, with our head office in Belgium, where we manufacture the products, and then we supply them around countries all around the world. The coating itself is ceramic rather than a plastic synthetic coating, which is what a traditional non-stick coating is made of. Because it's a natural ceramic material, it means it's better for the environment, and the way we apply the coating means there's a 60% emission savings in the factory, and we also use recycled material in the product itself. So it's a great environmental message. But probably the key to the ceramic coating is its performance. absolutely stunning performance compared to a normal non-stick. And what that gives us is an opportunity to actually take oil and fat out of our diet, because you don't need to use as much oil when you're actually cooking with a green pan with the new ceramic coating. With green pan, we use the Thermalon ceramic non-stick coating. What this means is you've got a wonderful conductor of heat rather than a plastic insulator of heat, which a traditional non-stick coating would actually give you. It means all the flavours are retained. It also means you can cook at a lower temperature, because that works in conjunction with the aluminium base, which is a great conductor of heat. So what that means is you can cook quicker with less energy, and the ceramic coating gives you the confidence that even if you were to overheat the pan, or if you're cooking at a high heat, for example searing or cooking a gorgeous steak or stir fry, you won't ever go to that dangerous temperature of 260 degrees. You can have absolute confidence it's never going to break down and flake and blister and peel. With green pan you can cook a huge variety of foods, whether it's a simple scrambled egg with no oil or fat or nub of butter, or it's a steak meal. What that means is you get wonderful even cooking. Nothing's going to adhere to the bottom of the pan. For example, if you're doing a fish dish, a gorgeous piece of salmon with no oil or fat, normally you think, well, that's going to cremate to the bottom of the pan. With green pan that's not the case. It slips and slides around, giving it even cooking and great non-stick performance. Green pan is actually used in professional restaurants and commercial establishments up and down the country because of the quality of the non-stick. In fact, Michel Roux Jr. has actually helped us design a range of green pan products incorporating the Thermalon coating. But you haven't got to be a professional chef to enjoy using green pan. We have recipes on our website which hopefully inspire you, and you can build from there.
Losing weight or sticking to a diet plan is never easy, and it's really important that dieters try to keep themselves motivated. The feel-good factor is important and can help improve self-esteem. There are many different pampering treats to choose from, but something as simple as a new hairstyle can make a real difference and boost confidence. We spoke to Jazzy Hair to find out more.
Jazzy Hair are manufacturers and distributors of hair extensions. We supply salon trade professionals and retail stores across the UK and Europe. We have two sides of the business. There's one which is more professional, geared towards the salon professionals, where we supply them the hair extensions. That's one side of the business. Then the other side of the business is more instant, which you can go to the retail stores and buy. They're the quick clip-ons, highlights, lowlights, different colours, wigs. You know, you go home, you want to wear a wig for a night out, see how you look, and then that's the other side of the business. Quick, easy, you know, and these products are sort of like available. You can do it. You can go home, put it on 5 minutes, and there you go. Change of color, change of style. This one is a clip-in extension. As you can see, it has 4 rows to it, and it's simple. All you have to do is hold your head up, and these clips will hold the extensions in place. And all you do is just put it at the back of your head, and it gives you an instant volume. And you can get different colors, so it doesn't have to be matching to your hair. It's just a highlight, it's just an addition. This is our Bohem range of hair extension. This is actually 100% human hair. We call Remy hair. Now the reason why this is expensive is because it's full length hair. If you go like this, there's no short hair inside. And this is actually made from a virgin human hair, meaning this hair was never dyed before. This is the first time we actually dye it in our factory, so you never get any breakages. The hair are not brittle. And these are really very high-end, used by salon professionals to put in clients' hair. This is a lace front wig. This is a Futura Pro Heat. Means you can actually change the curls. If you're fed up with these curls, you can always straighten them or recurl them. And this is the lace at the front. You can get wigs which are completely lace, and these are hand-tied. So the idea is, the meaning of lace is once you put it on, the parting, it looks very natural. This is our most popular wig. It's a lace front wig, and I think it's the style. This is in fashion now, and then wigs are more like fashion, and this is why it's cheaper, because if you went to a salon to have your hair permed, you would be paying a fortune. With this, you can have a change of styles within 20–30 pounds, and it's more economical. And as I said, once this style finishes, you know, if you've got a wavy one, the next week you want to wear, and you just change, and it's an instant. You don't need to keep this on, and once you take it off, you know, back to your normal hair.
When hungry, it can sometimes be hard to resist the temptation of unhealthy meals. How can we avoid overeating or reaching for comfort food? We spoke to Nature's Remedies, a company who supply a 100% natural product that can aid weight loss by boosting the feeling of fullness.
I'm Trevor Jarman. I'm CEO of Nature's Remedies, a company that I set up with 2 other people over 10 years ago now. It specialises in plant extracts and plant materials for weight management. And our leading product, which has been on the market now for 10 years in the UK, is Zotrim. Zotrim contains extracts of 3 South American herbs, guarana, yerba mate and damiana. It helps control hunger, helps you eat less during dieting, and also helps you to be a little more active as well. So it hits both sides of the, if you like, the weight loss equation. As we diet, as we cut our calories, our body in effect fights back. It gets used to a certain calorie intake, and although it's fairly obvious, as we diet, hunger kicks in and fights against our willpower. So many dieters need some help. We have good evidence that Zotrim, for example, it slows the rate at which the stomach empties, and so you feel fuller sooner during a meal, and you feel fuller for longer after a meal. As you cut calories, you feel lethargic, and so it's important to fight that. And so by being more active, it helps you to burn more calories. And once again, yeah, the important thing is to hit both sides of that calorie equation. The studies that have been done on Zotrim have been done without any specific dietary or exercise advice, and we have good data on weight loss and on eating less. But clearly, for long-term success, you do need to modify what you eat and also change your lifestyle a little, so that you're looking at long-term success. One of my partners, Dr. Lasse Hessel, who's Danish, he's a medic. He recognized before the obesity epidemic, if you like, that weight was a major issue to his patients, and he sought to do that. He developed one of the first fiber-based weight loss products. And from there he experimented with his colleagues on various plant extracts, and Zotrim evolved from his experimentation and trialling.
After the break, we'll be hearing more top tips from our experts.
Look and feel great with Celebrity Elite hair extensions, wigs, clip-ons and accessories to give you instant volume, texture or length. Available in a wide range of colours and styles. Keep your hair extensions looking natural, shiny and vibrant by using Koku hair dryers and ionic straighteners. Celebrity Elite .wmv, a trusted and reliable name in hair extensions used by salon professionals and worn by celebrities worldwide.
Zotrim is the UK's top-selling food supplement for aiding weight loss. What's unique about Zotrim? Evidence shows Zotrim reduces hunger and helps people to eat less. The plant extracts it contains also act as invigorators, helping users to burn calories. All natural Zotrim can be used with any healthy diet and exercise program. It can take the pain out of dieting and help you to successful weight management. Contact us today.
GreenPan has created a new, healthy and eco-friendly cooking experience using the revolutionary ceramic non-stick coating Thermalon. This natural coating can withstand high heat with no risk of damage or releasing potential harmful fumes, so it is completely safe. Food is released easily with ceramic non-stick, so you only need to use very little oil or no oil at all. GreenPan is the new, healthy, eco-friendly and easy way to cook. Call us for more information.
Physical activity contributes to a wide range of health benefits, and it's recommended that adults should partake in half an hour of exercise at least 5 times a week. At the same time, almost 3/4 of us believe that our own diets are quite healthy. Yet the number of us consuming the recommended 5 or more portions of fruit and vegetables is decreasing. Rosemary Conley explains more.
When the idea of eating your 5 a day came into the sort of headlines, it was something, first of all, that you thought, well, actually that makes sense, doesn't it? And it was the Dietetics Association, or it was the government, or whoever it was, who was doing it because they knew that eating more fruit and vegetables was good for us. And it's frightening to hear that sort of in some families, some children don't eat one portion, or they might eat one portion a week, let alone a day. It's frightening. So there was a lot of work to be done with that. I would say that the 5-a-day thing is one of the things that's really captured the imagination. The supermarkets are sort of endorsing their product. This is one of your 5-a-day, and so on. So all of that really works.
I'm 71. And I don't feel it. Since I've lost weight, I feel perfect. I feel absolutely fantastic. I've had a few medical problems in my life, and I've overcome those. And I wouldn't want my life to change anymore. I just think every day I wake up and I think what a wonderful day it is. And I think, it can't get any better. It's just been absolutely fantastic.
If you're looking to eat healthily, Green Pan is fantastic because of the quality of our non-stick. Not only is it very durable, it's absolutely fantastic performance. So much so that many of our customers actually enjoy using less oil or even no oil at all because of the confidence that the fantastic non-stick gives them when they're cooking in the kitchen. What it allows us to do is take the oil and fat out of the preparation when we're cooking and preparing a meal. For example, doing a scrambled egg in our milk pan, you don't need to put a knob of butter at the bottom, you can just use straight to egg and it performs superbly. Many people like to take the oil and fat out of their diet, and then the preparation of the food with Green Pan gives you the confidence to do exactly that. So one, you reduce the calories, and secondly, you're not actually affecting the flavour of the food. The flavour of the food itself is coming through. Some of our customers do like to put a small bit of oil to help the food crisp, because that's something that they like to achieve. But the confidence that Green Pan gives you, you can take oil and fat out of the preparation altogether. Many of our customers actually tell us how much they enjoy using Green Pan. It enables them to, with absolute confidence, use fresh ingredients that you know what's going into that meal itself. You've got the lovely flavours that come flooding through because of the technology we're using in the coating. It also enables customers to actually use the product, taking oil and fat out of their diet, which again is part of that balance of a healthy lifestyle. It means that you're actually putting the food that you want into the meal itself. For example, taking salt out of the meal, certainly taking oil and fat out of the preparation of the pan beforehand. You don't have to do with Green Pan. So you have the confidence that you know what's going into the product. Also, you know what is not going into it that was potentially bad for you. And you enjoy cooking, and you have such gorgeous flavours coming through the meal.
We also have a range of Coco, which is a brand of salon hair appliances. The main thing about these appliances, like we have the hair dryer, which is an ionic hair dryer. The meaning of ionic is when you do use it, so you take away that frizz factor, so the finish is much greater. We have about 7 different types of hair straighteners, ranging from the wide plates to very thin plates for men's hair or people with the short hair. The wide plates of people got very volume hair, and then there was also a difference between whether are they temperature controlled, because you can have some nowadays with the modern technology where you can actually digitally control the exact temperature you want to achieve. So there's one side, and then there's also wet and dry, which exactly what it says. You can use it on wet, damp hair. You don't have to have the hair dried out and then use the straighteners. And then it comes with various types of plates, meaning ceramic plates are expensive to buy, but they give a greater, smoother finishes. And they're very economical. The range we have starts from the retail price between £19 to about £29.99. It's important when you actually are dieting that you keep your appearances, meaning good looking. So for example, if you're going out after a week or so, when you're going out on a Friday night, and all you need to do is have a couple of clip-on extensions, not necessarily to change the whole hairstyles. It may be like a highlight here, highlight there, or just a fringe at the front. It gives you that confidence, gives you that self-esteem, because obviously if you're not eating your favorite food, your mind is more sort of like, I'm not enjoying this. But when you actually do have this makeover and you have a couple of clips-ons and you go out and people say, oh, they comment on how good you look, your mind is taken away from the favorite food you're not eating, and it encourages you to continue with your diet.
There are food choices that can help you feel less hungry as well. For example, foods which are high in protein, dairy products, meats, fish, are shown to help you feel more satisfied and keep that satisfaction for a long time. Also, foods that are high in fibre, wholemeal breads, pulses and so on, help that satisfaction. Surprisingly, the much maligned potato is very good at helping to make you satisfied and keep you satisfied. So food choices are important in that respect. The other side of the coin is that foods that are high in fat, high in sugars, tend not to be satisfying, and you do tend to crave more of them. On the exercise side, not everyone can exercise. Not everyone can get to the gym every day. Not everyone is able to do that. Not everyone likes doing that. But I think keeping energy levels up, spending less time on your bum and more time doing things helps enormously. When people are choosing a diet aid, it's very important that they do look at the evidence. A group of 58 young women took Zotrim or a placebo pill before a set calorie breakfast, and then they took it again before a free choice buffet lunch. And when on Zotrim, they ate on average 17.5% less calories compared with taking the placebo. And also it was notable that they stopped eating earlier during the meal, and their choice of high-fat sweet items was less. I think it was a group of 47 people took either Zotrim or placebo for 45 days. Those that took Zotrim lost on average a little over 11 pounds, and those taking placebo lost less than a pound.
If you look good and feel good and you're healthy, and you know, when you go out you feel more confident, whether it's about a job, whether it's meeting a friend, it's your general outlook in life. When you put a step forward, it's with a spring rather than looking down on life. The problem with dieting is people don't stick to it. That's the most important thing. If you are on a dieting plan, make sure you do stick to it and you don't stray away from it. And if you are going to have a bar of chocolate, spend that money on and making yourself look good, whether it's a makeup, whether it's like a instant clip-on, because that way you'll get, people will comment on how good you look. And the idea is that chocolate eating will be like for 2 seconds and you forget about it. And whereas the comments, the positive comments you get will actually encourage you to stay on your dieting. Important thing when you are dieting is do consult your nutritionist, because it's very important to keep in touch with them. At least they can advise you whether you are straying away from your diet or whether you're on the right course. And it's just the confidence of them saying, yeah, well done, and things are happening, and which makes you encourage you to carry on with your diet.
One of the things that Green Pan enables you to do is get rid of that TV dinner, is get rid of that processed meal and cook from scratch yourself, giving you complete control of your own diet. You have the confidence to take some of the finest meals that are full of nutrition. You can cook them with confidence, enjoying all the true flavours and actually being adventurous in the kitchen. Many of our customers are saying how much they're enjoying cooking in with the family using Green Pan because of the confidence it gives them. One of the things that we should think about is portion control as part of our calorie control diet. What Green Pan offer is a selection of ranges and sizes that enable you to do that, rather than having to have a complete portion that you get from your TV dinner. As part of the healthy lifestyle, it's really important that you actually use nutritious food in your diet, taking out salts and products that have high fat content. Combine that with an exercise routine, and I think it's certainly important that you should consult a nutritionist or a doctor as well.
Maintaining your weight or losing weight, it's a very personal thing. We're all very different in our makeup. We're all very different in our eating and indeed our drinking habits. And so it is to some extent a personal challenge to maintain weight. I think that correct food choices is important. When you're doing the shopping, look at calorie content, think about food content. And try to make those healthier options. I think we are faced with an enormous amount of information. That information in terms of lower fat products or lower salt products, etc., isn't necessarily very helpful to us. So I think we do need to be on the ball when we're thinking about these things. Watch what you drink, both in terms of things like fruit juices, high calorie milk drinks, cappuccinos, etc. And Also watch alcohol content, which of course has its own calories and can help lower resistance and drive hunger. On the exercise front, I think do what you can, do what suits you. Suit exercise into your daily pattern. Be more active, whether it's walking to the shops or spending more time mowing the lawn more regularly, whatever suits you. If you feel you need help to manage your weight, I think do consider taking a diet aid, which I think can perhaps tip the balance between success and failure in terms of maintaining a diet and achieving your targets.
In research, they've found that if you lose weight fast in the early stages, you are greatly more motivated to carry on. And that's what we work on within our whole diet fitness clubs and online and so on. It's that short, sharp month, which is tough, but when you've done it, you feel so good and you've really made a big difference to your health.
Join us next week for some more top tips that can help you in your quest to lose weight and keep it off.